Hello, 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 good morning and welcome. You are on the mountain with Rick, and it is time for some Splinterlands. Thank you so much, Neil, for your excellent stream. You are on the mountain with Rick, and it is time for some Splinterlands. Thank you so much. Where the heck is Ah, that's why, because we still have Splinterlands TV open. Silly me. Oops. Well, anyways, we are here now and looking forward to a great show with y'all. And we have a special guest I'm calling right now. Howdy, howdy.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tyler, is it Jorgensen or Jorgensen?
Yes, sir, Jorgensen.
Jorgensen from NFTyArcade. Excellent. Okay, I don't need to sign up. I'm already in. And here we go. So he is the creator of NFTyArcade, and we are very excited to have him on, have a conversation, and maybe even walk through how this actually works, because those who have been following my personal stream know that I've been attempting to get in on this for a little while, and I've had some trouble with it. I went ahead and signed up on a few decks for the waitlist, and then I got a bunch of emails saying that they were ready, and then I came in and still could not get anything. So I'm sure that somewhere along the line I messed up on that, but we are looking forward to getting that issue resolved so I can stop renting cards every day.
Right.
I mean, I love the rental market, especially with the way that Jarvy's got it set up on Peak Monsters. Again, shout out to Jarvy out there in the audience. And he says hello to you as well, Tyler. He said, tell him I say hello since he is not likely on the chat.
Jarvy, what's up, man? Yeah. I love Jarvy. Jarvy's here in Utah with us, actually. We're all here in Utah, funny enough.
Alrighty, I'm Rick on the Mountain because when I set up that username, I was living in southwestern Colorado, over near Telluride. So,
All right.
pretty familiar with that area. I used to do deliveries all over, like Blanding, all the way out to Ojutai. No, not Ojutai. Oljuta.
Wow.
Oljato. Yeah, whatever that place is called. I always wanted to say Ojutai because I was working that job whenever Ojutai came out in Magic the Gathering. And so, Oljeto. Oljeto. That's the one. So, like, almost halfway along the southern border with Arizona. Just way out in the deep, deep res. It was amazing and terrible at the same time.
Oh man, yeah. I'm actually originally from Arizona, and it is hot out there, man.
Oh my word. Yes, absolutely. Alright, so I guess I will go ahead and share screen on Discord, or do you want to go ahead and pull up the stream? Either way works for me.
So I've got the stream up on my phone, so you know we can give you a deck right now. I've got a deck hidden away specifically for these types of occasions.
Oh, fantastic. I just got into Diamond 2 for the first time on my rented cards, and I'm renting currently because I recently sold pretty much all of my cards to mostly take advantage of SPS being as cheap as it is.
Oh, gotcha.
So
okay.
Since then, I have a good buddy that hooked me up with a Lux delegation, and so that's pretty much like the only card that I constantly have. And then there are a couple of cards that didn't sell that I delegate from my rental account. Like I do have a maxed out Dallin, and like most of the common reward cards I've got maxed out. But I mean, if I get those on the Nifty deck, then I can easily just cancel the delegation and start renting them out again as well. So,
right, absolutely. Well, what I'll say is, to kind of explain a little bit about how the functionality works. So the way the waitlist works is that when you waitlist on a deck, what we do, and this is always up. The one thing I want to say is we at Nifty Arcade believe in innovation and what I call iteration, right? So we work in iterative processes, which means that we believe that we test something out and we just launch it so that we can test it, right? And so if people don't like it or it's not doing what we wanted it to do, then we're totally willing to change it or look at another way of implementation. So with that being said, the way the waitlist works actually is there's only a limited number of decks on the platform right now. I think we're up to nearly 150, up from 40 when we first launched. So getting some pretty good traction, still a long way to go. We want to have thousands on here. But ultimately, when you waitlist on a deck, you actually put yourself in a queue and you say, okay, notify me when this deck becomes available. And it's still a first come, first serve type of situation. So it notifies everybody that's waitlisted, but whoever gets it first gets it.
Gotcha. That's kind of what I figured, because I got notifications on 4 decks at the same time, but I was asleep when I actually got them, so it was a couple of hours before I logged in. And then when I did, it was the first thing that I did, but I could see that they were already taken by other people. So it was like, all right, well, I guess I just missed the boat on that one. But this one here, it says extra CP, just for 365 card power, but I see that there's not a waitlist button there. So this you could actually get on right now.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend that one to you, but
yeah, no, it wouldn't get me very far when I'm trying to play in Diamond.
Absolutely. So what I'll do is I'll actually show you guys a new feature here. So what we're gonna do is we actually have implemented something called private listings. So if you scroll through some of the listings at the very bottom right, you may you may see a little joystick icon, and that's kind of that's our icon indicating that it's a private listing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put your in-game name in here, and you will be the only one that can request this deck.
Oh, okay, cool.
So what is your IGN?
On the mountain. All one word, no caps.
The mountain. Okay. Let's see here. Why is this not IGN? Is it ONTHE mountain?
Yes.
That is not working for some reason. Can you go to your portfolio for me real quick?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat for you. If you're looking for my Nifty Arcade portfolio, it's just Rick Johnson.
Oh, so what we actually need you to do is to add. So this is good education for everybody. So you actually add your collection here, and so you'll link your Splinterlands account right here. So you can actually, and we'll go over what the balances does too. So you can actually go there and add your collection.
Okay.
Yep,
when I saw add collection, I thought that was making one to rent out.
Yeah, I think we need to change that, and I've actually had this conversation with Jarvie. We need to change that verbiage to make sure that it's clear that you're linking an account. Jarvie actually recommended that to me. Thank you, Jarvie. I know he's on there. So what's cool about this is you'll actually you can see all of the stuff that you have in your account, and it actually tracks it over a timeline. So every single day that you're on the platform from when you start, you'll actually be able to see the price action and how your portfolio changed. And then if you scroll down, you can actually see earnings as well at a little closer to the bottom if you go to the very bottom.
Here we go. Sweet. Yeah, I had heard you actually talking about that when you were on the town hall. And I had kind of been wondering because I had not found that tool, but now it makes a lot more sense. I didn't have my account linked, so how would I have a tool to track anything? So
Right. Exactly. So and this will update every day for you from here on out. So this is in perpetuity. So for taxes or whatever, or just when a year down the line you want to see how your portfolio's grown or whatever, you'll be able to see that, right? So yeah, new player vocabularies. I agree, totally agree there. So okay, so now what we'll have you do is we have to have you do one other thing as a borrower. So we require borrowers delegate active authority to the platform so that we can automatically transfer cards and everything.
Okay.
And so the way you'll do that is you'll just go to your portfolio.
There we go.
Over there on the left, the portfolio button over there on the left. on the navigation tab. Yep, right there. And then what you can do is you can actually edit your collections from here, so you can add new ones or you can delete ones. So if you go over, if you can see that you actually have one collection on the mountain. So you can add a new one, or if you see that little button over there on the right, you can actually edit it. Little toggle switch over there on the right-hand side of the screen. Yep, right there.
Yeah, I think you're seeing it a couple of seconds behind where I am, but no worries. It's just the Twitch delay.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, guys. I am seeing it a little. So what you'll do is you'll click on the edit button, and then you'll edit the collection that you want to edit. So you click on the edit button, and then you click on the collection that you'd like to edit.
Okay, edit collection on the mountain. Here we go. And then active. Save changes.
Okay, now it should let me, when you save that, now it should let me actually add your name in here, and you should pop up for me. So what we require when we're doing a private listing, we actually, the system checks to make sure, kind of like what Poop Monsters does when you're trying to transfer cards from one account to another, we double check that the account exists and that it's linked on the platform before we allow somebody to send it over. So
that's good. You don't want to send cards to addresses that don't exist.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I've done that with some tokens before, and it's always mortifying.
Oh, totally. Okay, so what we'll do is, so I'm going to save these changes here, and this is a season. Okay, so I'll save the changes. So now what you'll do is you'll go to the marketplace. This one should be available for you. So if you go to the marketplace, and then you can click on filter available. The filter's in the top right.
Yeah, as soon as my potato catches up. Here we go.
No worries.
Filter available.
And then you should see the one for you. Oh, we've had a few come on today. Very cool. So then the one for you, my good sir, is the Max Gold Foil Chaos Legion rewards.
Nice. Broke bloke to on the mountain. I see. See, I always, when I was seeing that, like the two names in the market before, I was guessing that was the ones that were rented out. So that's either ones that are already claimed or ones that are specifically, private for somebody. Correct?
Correct. Exactly. And the only ones that will come up as available are the ones that are not yet being played on. So if it has a second name on it, and this one's got a gold foil Waka, by the way, pretty exciting. But
nice.
Yeah, it will only be in the available category even if it's private listed, if it's not being played yet.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm a few seconds behind, but ultimately what you should be able to do is go to the bottom there and click request.
Yeah, I don't think you're so much behind. We're waiting on my potato again.
No worries.
No, this is like the best birthday present I could have hoped for. We're actually gonna have a deck to play. That's awesome.
Absolutely. If it loads for us.
If it loads, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder why this is happening.
It's probably a me thing. My computer is not the best.
What if you try to refresh? Does that ever help you?
Yeah, that's actually what I just did, and now it's given me the Brave is not responding. So let's close that out, and we're just gonna refresh the browser. Which is then going to require me to relink it. showing on the stream. Fantastic. Okay. Here we go. Review listing. Max GF. Chaos Legion plus rewards. Ooh, pretty.
Okay. Okay, I can see you now. You're on sweet. Yep, so you can check all those cards.
I will not touch my gameplay rewards for 24 hours. I will not attempt to end my rentals. I understand that. So, like, that means the cards that I currently have rented or these ones?
Let's see here. I will not attempt to end my... Yeah, we have to change that because you can't even end the rental. But it's basically supposed to say that you can't end the rental as a borrower. Only the lender can end the rental.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. This is... I don't know why it said that. It's not supposed to say that. We can change that, though.
I'm going to run over to Peak Monsters and cancel the rentals that I do have now, though.
No, you don't have to. You're totally good. That is definitely confusing, and that's not what it's supposed to say. It's basically saying, hey, don't try to end this rental, but you can't even do that. So I need to talk to the developers, but you're totally good. Don't worry about canceling any rentals you have.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry about that. We'll make sure that's changed.
No worries. That's one of the good things about doing it all live, right?
Right. Exactly.
Oh, a Max Nash, Max Scar, Max Kinjo. Nice. Yes, I'm very excited.
It should have every single max card except for the new water summoner, which I need to add still. But it should have every max card in Chaos Legion Reward and Chaos Legion.
Nice.
All right, and then once that load... Oh, there you go. Nice. Okay. You're good. So it's delivered to you.
Jarvie, I did answer that question in the chat. I have a fish tank. Nobody is peeing in the room. I'm very excited for the next brawl now. Not being, like, limited to whatever splinters I have rented because of whatever my daily focus were.
Right, exactly. And just to kind of, I always like to, wax a little ideological when I get to have these conversations, but to kind of let everybody know the purpose here is to allow people to deploy their assets in a way that's not obviously using bots and just extracting from the ecosystem, but actually allowing players to play the game and onboarding new players. Because what we're seeing is decks don't come on here for longer than 24 hours because there's so much demand. There's so many players that want to play the game yet are unable to, and this platform essentially facilitates that ability.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, ever since I first heard about it, I was like, okay, that is super dope, and I want to get in on that. And like I said, signed up and then was kind of, working on the process and couldn't figure out why things weren't working. And so I just, kept up with what I was doing with renting and everything like that. And then now it's like, okay, I reached out to you guys a little while ago, and I'm glad that we got to make something happen. Because, yeah, this is very, very exciting.
Well, and we definitely appreciate kind of being given a platform here to chat about it. This is definitely exciting. We really believe in the potential of this platform to grow the game. We're trying to do everything we can to get Mavs and anybody else to put their assets on here so that we can actually grow the game and not throw assets into the hands of bots that just endlessly mine without really providing any value.
Right. JB Saints is asking, are there any decks available for gold? And NFTyArcade.io, NFTyArcade.io is the website, and we can go and check out the market. I will take a look and go through there after this game. I just wanted to take the deck for a quick spin. Because, yes, I'm excited.
Here, let's see if we have any. I'll answer. Let's see if I haven't checked to see if there are any gold level decks. We have a ton of. We probably have nearly over 100 gold decks on here, but I don't know if any of them are available. Let's see. Let's check, shall we? I can answer that question. But in the meantime, we do have, we have probably 10 to 15 diamond decks. Those ones go really fast. And obviously what On the Mountain has here is our premium gold foil diamond deck, or champion deck, if you will.
And Jarvie asked a good question. He said, how long do I get to use it?
So, that's a good question. I wasn't even paying attention. I think so generally I have it defaulted to season rentals. So
okay.
It's generally for a season. Yeah.
Well, hopefully is that like next season, or like a season from now, so a couple of days before the one ends, or is that like until the end of this season?
It would be the end of this season, but we can renew it again. We can chat and renew it again. It's not a big deal, right? So there is, and by the way, for this fellow, there is a gold Chaos Legion deck available, 100 cards, 60,000. He says, oh, I'm sorry, it's a silver deck. No, I think it's a silver deck. Silver deck. We've got 3 silver decks on here. Not any golds. So if you're interested in a silver deck, that's what I'm seeing on here so far.
And so, okay, and when we're looking at this, the player split, that's how much I'm getting. So you're getting 10% off of it. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what we call our promotional account, and it's not really about earning anything. It's really about kind of getting, for tournament rewards or for promotionals, and so kind of getting anybody the opportunity to use it.
Yeah, that's so awesome though. Like that's great. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Even one game, one victory. That's significantly better than my my average.
Well, excited to get you on the platform, and definitely I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody has about it, for sure. We ultimately built the platform so that people can have visibility on what they're earning, visibility on what their portfolio looks like, and then obviously the ability to borrow collections or borrow decks from other people.
Yeah, and that's I mean, this is huge. This is, even as soon as I heard about it, I was like, this is really gonna be like game changing for a lot of people, because there are a lot of people, I don't even count myself among them, but there are a lot of people who are really a lot better players than their cards actually allow. I am not one of those amazing players, but I know that there's a lot of people out there that are really strong players, and they just don't have the cards to compete in, high gold or diamond or champion. And this is exactly the kind of tool that they have really been needing to shine and get their chance at the spotlight, I feel. And yeah, I definitely want to help, get the word out and get more people putting their decks up on here to earn a little bit of passive income. I'm definitely gonna, I've got a few people in mind to kind of spread the word to and try and figure some things out. Actually, one of my really good friends was considering selling all of his cards and trying to maximize SPS, and then decided that he was going to rent them out instead, and I'm going to try and talk him into just setting them up as a rental deck here on Nifty, and maybe I can try and have him set it up as one for me, but that would be either way, like yeah, definitely gonna spread the word to some of the people that I'm in contact with, and try and get them to fill out the roster, as it were, because I know that I'm sure you guys are going to be like neck deep in waitlist requests for a long time, because there's a lot of players who have been looking for a service exactly like this. What's
exactly.
Good, Bit002? Exactly. How you doing? We have Tyler Jorgensen on. He is the creator of NFTyArcade and just delegated us a dope deck to play with for a little while, and having some fun with it already. We got every card maxed out, including a gold Waka. Oh, and even a gold Quicks. That's something I've been, since the day Chaos released on my my personal stream. I actually have a command, bang Quicks. Every time that I open a pack, I tell the chat to hit that, and then we visualize seeing the blue and purple background of the card, and then when we hover over it, we see that yellow glow and it starts to shake, and then we flip it over and the first thing you see is that golden dragon eye in the middle of the card, and then you see the Q and of course the obligatory U, and then the Roman numeral 9 for some silly reason, and then under that you see the -1 to the ranged and the -1 to the speed, and you see that 4 in the upper left hand corner, and you see that Nightcrawler hanging upside down from the ceiling with his finger outstretched and a dagger floating by it with his funny looking Cheshire cat like grin. And then as we all collectively realize that this is indeed Quixodevious, there's a collective gasp as we watch it turn gold. And it's not happened. I mean, I just got my first copy of Quix like a week and a half ago. And it did not turn gold.
Oh no! Hey, you'll get it. You'll get it one of those days. You'll get it one of those days. Well, and I want to make sure I don't take over your stream. This is your time. But someone told us your birthday, so happy birthday! Hopefully fun birthday gift for you, and really appreciate the platform to be able to talk a little bit about this, and seriously appreciate your guys' time as well. Thanks, chat.
Thank you for hanging out, and you were of course welcome to stay as long as you want. Of course, I've only got 2 hours, but I don't want to monopolize your time either. So I'm sure you're a busy man, and if you have other things to do, I will let you go. But if you want to stick around and continue to spread the word, or if there's anything else that you would like to tell the viewers, I mean, I'm here with you, and I'm here with you as long as you want to be here. So.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I would just say try to get the word out. If we've the one last thing I'll say is we built a discovery page for Splinterlands. If anyone's familiar with Steam or the Nintendo Shop, kind of how you discover a new game, there's videos, there's kind of a series of videos that you can look at, learn a little bit about the game, learn how to play the game. We built a discovery page for Splinterlands, and we built an onboarding blog, and essentially it takes you all the way from creating a Splinterlands account, getting your Hive wallet, to getting on Nifty and getting a bronze deck so that you can start playing. Splinterlands is going to be putting some assets on the platform for what we call rating builders. So they're going to be putting some bronze and silver decks on there for new players. So, if you've been wanting to get friends and family into the game, it's been kind of difficult. Now's the time, right? We want to bring anyone and everyone we can into the ecosystem. And I'll be on the town hall next week as well, and I'll kind of share this with the community as well.
Awesome. And Bushwhack in the chat, aka Burn Kelly a Hell Yeah, says thank you for your app, game changing. Bushwhack, is this actually how you got Sylvia her deck, or do you have it manually delegated? Because it might actually be a little quicker and easier for you guys, less bookkeeping to go ahead and do that. Plus, you would have access to those stats if you're not already. I mean, it might be worth considering. Then And what do you guys, as NFTyArcade, do you get a percentage of the split or anything like that? Or how are you guys getting your, due profit off of it?
Yeah, so it's very simple. All that we do is we just take a 10% SPS fee from what's generated. So we're going for an effective 5%, but the hard thing about the platform is reward share includes packs, cards, and SPS, right? We don't want to be taking cards. We don't want to be taking packs. So we said we'll take 10% of SPS, hoping that gets us in that effective 5% range. And that only comes from the borrower, actually. So it's basically free for lenders right now. We're trying to incentivize lenders to get on.
Okay, so is that what the 90% is? Is actually not 10% going to you? Is that just the 10% fee? Or is that 10% is going to you, and then 10% is going to NFTyArcade, and then I'm getting 80? Or would it be 10% is going to you, and then 10% of the remaining 90 is going to NFTyArcade, so I'm getting 81?
Yeah, great question. So really the best way to think about it would be 10% is going to the lender who is broke bloke, and then roughly 85% is going to you as the borrower, since we're going for that effective 5% fee just in SPS.
Okay, and so and how does the split work on stuff like cards? Because I know that it was mentioned that it does, but there's only one card, so how do you split 90% of that or 50% of it or whatever the split is?
Yeah, and this is the eternal problem, right? So what we've done is we've built what we call a balance accrual system. And the way that it works is every single day, the platform calculates the value of the rewards that were earned. And so, for example, let's say it's a 50-50 split. And one day there was a card earned that was worth 90 cents, and that accounts for, you know, $1 in rewards. So $1 in rewards, but one card is 90 cents of that dollar, right? So you can't split that evenly according to the contract percentage. So what we do is we use a balance accrual system. So that means that on the first day that there's any kind of imbalance, the balance defaults to the lender. So the lender would get that 90-cent card, but that means that the lender has been overcompensated by 40 cents, right? This gets a little complicated, but essentially each person is supposed to receive 50 cents, but the lender got 90 cents. So that means that the borrower has a balance due of 40 cents. And so over the coming days, the rewards will be sent to the borrower until the borrower's balance is paid off. Any questions on that?
So, okay, so were you saying that the card went to the lender and then the borrower is getting the balance in tokens until that card is paid off? Or is the borrower going to keep the card assets that are generated and they're paying off in tokens in the SPS?
Yeah, so the balances are only paid off in packs and cards. Unfortunately, we can't use SPS because the way that it works is the SPS is split according to the contract percentage every single day, and we can't manipulate it. So what that means is the amount going to the balance is going to be paid off from packs and cards. So the lender in this example that I shared, the lender got a 90-cent card, and so the borrower only got 10 cents, which means that the borrower's owed 40 cents. So over the following days, as the borrower gets more cards, the borrower will get all of the cards and all of the packs until that balance is paid off of 40 cents.
So, but all right. So, the SPS is always going to be split, and then whenever,
yeah,
and then whenever there is a card, the first card is going to go to the lender, and then cards up to equal value according to the split will go to the lender until they're evened out, and then it will go to the borrower until they're evened out, and then the next card / pack would go to the lender again, and then to the borrower until they're evened out.
Right, and this is only in the case that you can't split the rewards evenly per the percentage. For example, if you get a high, like a gold foil card, and it's too much value to split evenly, so that's when the balance accrual system kicks in.
It would just be really, really terrible to pull your first ever gold foil legendary and not even get it.
Oh, absolutely. And so what we do is we monitor it, and what's going on is that's actually happened before. And so what borrowers and lenders can do is they can actually settle that in the Discord, like, hey, I'll send you this amount of SPS since you got this card, and this is how much you're due, or something like that. That's kind of how it's been resolved thus far.
Okay, because, like, I could totally see that happening. Like, I have never pulled a gold foil legendary, been here for a year and a half, and like, I could totally see it happening tomorrow. And then don't even get to touch it.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And so, and again, I want to reiterate, it's not a perfect system. We're in beta, and we're still trying to figure out the best way to do it, but it is incredibly complex with packs and cards in the mix. So
yeah,
this is kind of what we settled on. But it's been going pretty well so far. We haven't had any major issues with this system.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand how difficult it would be to adjudicate and to figure that out. That's why it was like a burning question in my mind, because it was like, obviously they have a system in place, but how does that work? Because, I mean, yeah, the tokens, that's pretty easy, but cards and packs is another story entirely.
Absolutely.
And then, so, like, is this taking into account potions and merits at all? What kind of value are you assigning to those? How does that come into the equation?
Yeah, great question. So the way that we do it is, the whole purpose of this system is I believe ideologically that gamers want to use their own accounts and build up their own accounts and their own portfolios, right? We don't want to be using accounts owned by some random person. We want to have our own stuff. We want to build up our own account, and we want to be able to borrow stuff to build up our own accounts, right? It kind of comes back to my days playing RuneScape. I don't know if anyone's played any MMORPGs, but I played RuneScape with my dad, and my dad had a really cool sword, and he let me borrow that sword so that I could kill a spider, but I did it on my own account. I didn't want to play on his account. I wanted to use it on my own account, right? And so the idea is that the merits and the potions are not actually subject to the percentage split. We're only calculating value based on what's actually monetizable, because you can't really monetize merits and you can't monetize potions. They're useful, but you can't. There's no value extraction there, right? They can help you open packs, and obviously they help you with Gladius cases and whatnot, but ultimately the borrower just keeps all that stuff, which is awesome, right? The borrower keeps all potions, the borrower keeps all merits, and the idea is that it helps them build up their own account and get more sold on the game.
Okay, yeah, that I mean, that I'm glad to hear. And then, like, whenever they come out with the Soulbound rewards cards, and maybe I'm getting a little ahead of where you guys are at with that, how is that going to change things? Or
well, that's what's great about this, because now a borrower is going to be building up their own account on our. So the way that scholarships or bots work right now is a scholarship program is, you'll have an account and you'll give the account credentials to a player, and then they'll play on that account that doesn't even belong to them. So now you'll be building up rewards cards in these, antiquated models. You'll be building up rewards cards on these accounts that are essentially useless to anybody except the institution that owns the account, and they don't intend to play. And so our platform is phenomenal for Soulbound rewards cards, because now that when you have this gold foil deck and you're borrowing it from us, now you have the ability to build up Soulbound rewards cards for your own account and farm those cards at a higher level, because you were able to borrow a higher deck and farm cards at a higher level and actually build up your own account instead of somebody else's.
yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the People's Guild. Thank you for joining us, as well as Domiclay. And Domiclay said, "And you gave the sword back."
I did. I had to. It was worth millions of gold, but it was incredibly helpful to help me reach my goal.
Absolutely. And yeah, I fully understand where you're coming from on the kind of weird and almost antithetical nature of how some scholarships and whatnot work right now. And as you were talking about that, you make an account and then give access to someone else, it occurred to me that I was kind of stupid asking Bushwhack about if he, because I know that he has a scholarship set up for one of the better players in the game. And now that I remember when he was talking about that, he set up a whole other account. So I kind of knew that it wasn't through Nifty, but maybe that would be a better way for them to do that, possibly. What's good, Brazen Blake? Yes, things are going pretty well. We've got Tyler Jorgensen on from NFTyArcade. He just helped us out with getting a delegation for a max level deck to help us progress in Diamond. We are currently in Diamond 2 for the first time. And Rondon asked earlier if I have a Rooney. No, I do not. But if I could pick up any one of them, it would be either this guy right here or this guy right here. Because, well, y'all might notice that the background on these guys is kind of similar to that background right there. So when it was first announced, I was thrilled at the aspect of the card, thrilled with the stats, and didn't really care about anything as far as what it actually looked like. And then I saw that background, and I was like, well, now so much for the not caring what it looks like. Or is it? I guess it didn't minimize my window there. Let's do that. Now y'all can see the background. Did I claim my land? No, because I do not own any land. I'm hoping that once they start getting claimed and once people start figuring out that they've got commons, that I'm going to be able to actually find a mountain parcel that I can afford. But that's going to be difficult because I'm still broke like Batman's back after fighting Bane. You claimed 10 today. Awesome. Congratulations. We are going to go ahead and wade back into battle. We still got 5% ECR to burn before we have to worry about it. We can get a 12th chest on our Earth quest. You own one plot and haven't claimed. Easy for me to say. Does anybody have any further questions or comments for Tyler? We got Melee Mayhem, 40 mana, Earth and Life only. Nifty planning out to roll out the sleeves rentals similar to what Aggie was talking about yesterday. And Brazen Blake asked me to bring you on again in the near future as we progress further.
Yeah, would absolutely love to. You know, I didn't quite understand the sleeves rentals. I wasn't on the town hall. I missed it yesterday, but could we elaborate a little more on that one?
So what Aggie was talking about is like if you complete your set of whatever like set at a specific level, like bronze, you get everything upgraded to max bronze level, then you would be, you would be able to like rent it out at whatever like as a complete set. I didn't fully understand myself because I didn't have a chance to. Normally I'll listen to the town halls twice before I go on stream and also kind of walk through the process on stream. But last night it was a little bit later than usual, and my fiance was flying in from New York, so I had to go up to the airport to pick her up, so I didn't have a chance to listen through it at all until I was on my stream. Whew, that was gnarly. So I didn't actually like get to fully listen to every bit of it, so I kind of just barely caught what was going on with the sleeves, but that was the gist of it that I got, was like you basically complete a bronze deck of a set, and then you would be able to rent it out or whatever as a full set instead of like a single card. You sleeve it all together.
Yeah. So it was that sleeve. Was this talking about flat rate rentals, like for flat amounts, or for reward share?
I think it was a flat amount type of thing, but yeah, and like now thinking more about it, it does seem honestly more like the service that you guys already offer, only you guys have the reward share side of things, and that would be more of like a DEC upfront rental, more like through Peak Monsters, is the feeling that I got. I feel like if they instituted that in the game, it really would not affect y'all's service at all, because it's kind of what you guys already do. It would just be a way to like put the cards all together, as it were, and make them like a single entity, which on the DEC upfront rental side of things would make life a whole lot easier, because then you could get like your entire deck or whatever set of cards for a single transaction, rather than renting all the cards out individually, which would save a lot of time, effort, and resource credits. But again, I feel like that's kind of what you guys already do, because you're basically providing the entire deck out all at once. So I don't know
yes.
actually how that would work with you guys.
And for a season at a time. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I'll have to talk to Aggie about that. I should message him. I have not. I totally missed that town hall yesterday. So I guess the answer is I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
I'll get back to you on that though. Absolutely.
People's Guild says, haha, thanks, Tyler. All right, so when it says player split 90%, does that mean the player keeps 90? It actually means that the player keeps approximately 85. So we'll look at the one I've got here. This is a question that I asked him earlier. So this 90% means that 10 is going back to the Broke Bloke account, and then there is another 5% that is going to NFTyArcade. And the player split is... So, and that's 10% of the SPS is going to Broke Bloke. 5% of the SPS is going to NFTyArcade. And then we're also going to split cards and packs 90-10, but that one Nifty doesn't get a cut of, right? Or does that mean that whatever the value of those is, Nifty gets 5% of that out of the SPS?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's how it's a value accrual mechanism. So it says, hey, how much value was created? Okay, that's how it does. So when you're looking at a percentage split, like when you say 100% of what, it's 100% of how much monetary value.
Come on up, bud. No, I can't let you out right now. I'm live. My cat was whining. Okay, so does that clear that up for you, Bit? So basically, whatever the split is, it shows what you are keeping, but then you'll also take 5% out of that for NFTyArcade, and then the remaining bit is what the lender is going to get, and then that is, exactly, that's exactly how things break down for the SPS. And then when it comes, so cards and packs is going to go to the lender first, and then to the borrower to make up the difference. So like, say I pulled a pack and a bunch of cards out of my my rewards for today, right? Also, okay, what is the pack valued at? Is that valued at current secondary pack price, or is that valued at 4,000 DEC?
So the way that we value anything is it's the most recent sale, essentially.
Okay, so secondary market price, and then so say roughly $1.40, whatever it is right now. I don't know that number off the top of my head, but so it's $1.40, and then say I pulled 14 10-cent cards, so that's going to basically, he's going to get the pack, and I'm going to get cards up to the value of that pack. And then if I go over that, then he's going to get something else, and we're going to it'll go back and forth to split everything as evenly as possible among that 90-10. If we end up with, like, I pull, say, a gold foil Oceanus, currently worth about $40, then he would get the gold foil Oceanus, and then I get the next packs and cards until I get up to that same amount of money, and then we would split again, and basically it kind of just goes back and forth to maintain everything being even. But when there is something that isn't even, then that's going to go to the lender first, and then the borrower will receive additional value until they're caught up. But it will always stay so that, if there is a discrepancy, it will go to the lender first. And then the 5% to NFTyArcade is going to be paid out of the SPS, so 5% of the SPS gained will go there. And then 5% of the value of cards and packs is also going to go to NFTyArcade, but that's going to come out of the SPS. The cards and packs are only actually going to be split between borrower and lender. You're not going to have to worry about your cards going to Nifty. It's just going to be SPS for the value of those cards that's going to go to Nifty. And then Bushwhack said, oh, if you want to tell your guest why I'm not using his great service in my situation is because part of the deal is splitting tournament winnings, which isn't staked when earns. Also, putting up the staked SPS for tournament requirements is why we had to create a mutual account. Though with player staking coming, sometime things may change there. So, okay, now I get a little bit more of the... There is no honor system involved, Bit. It's all automatic. It's all in the code. So there's nothing you don't have to trust them. They don't have to trust you. It's automatic, and it's actually it comes out, I believe, when you claim your rewards is when the split actually happens. All in the code. Damn, that's sexy. I know, right? Exactly, we are actually ready for player staking. It's on our leaderboard as soon as they make it live. That's when we intend to implement tournaments. We are facilitating brawls starting in the next couple of weeks, though. Is Siki one of yours?
That's me.
Oh, that is you. Okay. So, yes, that's one of yours.
Exactly. So, I guess to cover that real quick, so... Bushwhack is right. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about tournaments because you have to the account has to have it staked. But when they come out with player staking, we're actually going to we've already built a mechanism on the platform to facilitate player staking. So when staking comes out, you'll actually we'll facilitate tournaments as well. And hopefully in the next week or 2 weeks, we're actually going to be facilitating brawls. So the way it will work is if somebody lends a deck and they have a spot in a guild, they can indicate that they want you to play in brawls, and then you'll be able to play in brawls with that deck in their guild.
Oh, okay. So like, all right, so I am in a guild, and I'm actually going to be able to do, well, gold-only brawls, because it's so pretty. So is that gonna, because that gets claimed along with the combat rewards, so that would still be under that same split, correct?
Correct, exactly. So if you're already in a guild, and you're already brawling, then it's just, you're brawling in your own guild. But if you're not in a guild, and what would happen is a lender would have a spot in their guild for you, so you actually automatically get invited to that guild, you accept it, and then as soon as the rental ends, you automatically get removed.
Oh, wow, that's fancy.
Exactly. So it's going to be, it's going to be a new kind of ROI mechanism for lenders as well. Hey, play in brawls, make some more, get some more SPS, right?
Yeah, that's definitely awesome, because I think we actually have open spots in our guild, so that would be very intriguing to my guild mates that are potentially looking to put their deck up.
Yeah, exactly. So in that case, that's a great example. So let's say one of your buddies has an extra deck that they could lend out. They put it on the platform, and this is not live yet, but when it is, I'll let you guys know. They'd indicate, hey, you have to play brawls with this account. And what would happen is when somebody borrows that deck, they automatically get brought in, they get invited to the guild, and then they're playing in the brawls. And if the deck ever ends, then they're automatically removed. So it's essentially the deck is corresponding to a spot in the guild that you now have more people in your guild able to play in brawls.
Yeah, that's super dope. Bit says, one last question, maybe. If I want my wife to try, does she need to make an account in Splinterlands and get a spell book? Sorry, I'm sure you have answered this so many times. My understanding is yes, they would have to have an account with a spell book in order to be able to receive the assets and also to get the keys that are necessary to go ahead and split the assets and send them back to the lender.
Exactly. And just like Mofo Bunny said in there, we do, for new players, our intention is to bring new players into the ecosystem, right? So we actually have an entire onboarding article that takes somebody through A to Z, how to create an account, how to get their Hive wallet, and then how to get on the platform and borrow a deck, all in the same article so that they can get started without going any which way or getting lost. And we do offer spellbooks for brand new players.
Come on up. That's awesome. And that's, I mean, even that is a great value add, because I mean it saves you $10, right? That's pretty dope. I love it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for making a great service, and also for, you know, coming on to help those of us who were a little having trouble getting to actually use it to get through. I'm sure I'm not the only one that was running into those problems, even though they were kind of simple, and I feel a little stupid now for not figuring it out myself when it was as simple as, oh yeah, link your account. Like hurdy-dur, flirty-gurp.
No worries. We want this to make sense to everybody. And again, we know that a lot of people have run into the issue of not being able to borrow because there's a lack of decks. So please, you know, talk to your friends, get in the Mav chat, tell everybody. Let's get more stuff on here, man. Let's get it so that there's a lot more assets for players in this big ecosystem to start playing with.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely, I mean, hopefully Neil actually stuck around after his stream and managed to see this conversation. I'm not saying that I expect that or anything like that, but if there's anybody who was able to solve that problem from a single person, Neil might be the one. So Neil, Aggie, they've got some pretty large collections. I'm sure Matt is pretty up there too, and there's definitely a few people that could easily throw up multiple decks. And I will also bring it to some other people's attention, and hopefully we can get some action on there. I've been trying to work my way through actually like organizing a straight up delegation type rental for that diamond level deck that I've been looking for a little while, and I've kind of run into some walls on that. So I'm very glad that, you know, this service is here and it makes it pretty easy to actually get through and be able to do that. And then yeah, this is, I'm gonna have some fun with these. I gotta say as well, this is a beautiful deck that you've put together. Like, I in a year and a half, I realized very early on that gold foil was like the most important thing in the game, because they pay for themselves just in the DEC bonuses that you got from them, you know, back when DEC was what we earned in battles. And like that 10% bonus really just jumped out to me, stuck with me, and so I started building gold only everything from like pretty much day one. And it's like just seeing this, it's like everyone used to, you know, comment, you know, on my golds, and it's like, man, I had nothing at all compared to this. This is beautiful, and as a, you know, fellow gold collector, like, this is impressive.
Perfect. Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. And the last thing I'm excited for you to see is you'll start being able to see what you're earning, and you'll see your take, and you'll see the value of your collection change on that portfolio screen as you play with the deck every day, which will be pretty exciting as well.
And is that gonna like update live, like as I battle, or that's probably like daily whenever I claim, right?
I think it updates once every 24 hours during a set period. I don't remember what hour, but it updates once every day.
Okay, copy that. And then I do remember that it said don't claim for the first 24 hours after you rent the deck. So I guess I couldn't have claimed anyways, because I normally do that about midnight, but I need to skip my claim period tonight, right?
Well, and what you can do to make it easy is the system can actually claim for you. It can claim the cards and claim the SPS, so you don't have to do anything. Now, I know a lot of people like to claim claim chests to see what they got, which is totally fine. But what we have you do is we have you wait to touch your cards until you've gotten an email saying, hey, these are your cards and these are what's going to the lender. So you'll get an email every day actually that says, hey, this is what's yours, this is what's the lender. So it's very clear what's going on, and it's very transparent how everything's being split. So you can review that every day as well.
Okay, and does the not claiming include the staked rewards here, or this is totally separate, right? Because that's not battle related.
Yeah, it's only the claiming. It's only claiming as it pertains to any kind of battle reward.
Okay, so this one down here. Yeah, and I don't do the auto claim on my main account because I have a spreadsheet. I like to keep track of my daily stuff and whatnot. And I'm super glad that I actually might be able to abandon this spreadsheet before too long with y'all's tracking. But yeah, this is something that I've been working on for the last little while, and so I'm definitely going to try and keep this updated at least for a little while I get used to what you guys have, so I can keep track of that. And then, like, if I'm not renting a deck currently, then there is no fee for, like, the tracking service or whatnot, and is that going to stay active?
Yep.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, Domaclay. I've only played one game so far, but I've won one game so far. So I mean, it's pretty decent. And then, or did I do two? No, I did two. I did two, and I won both of them. So, heck yeah, definitely enjoying it. Was there a link for the walkthrough on new accounts on Nifty?
Let me get that link. Let me see if I can post it in here. I'm on 2 machines right now.
I know how that goes. I'm on 3. I got my potato, and then I'm actually watching the chat on my phone and on another phone just in case, because I don't want to be missing any messages, and sometimes one phone or the other messes up. So there are actually 2 accounts in here right now.
Okay, here I've got a. You know what? How do I get it on my phone though? I've got a link on my computer. Here. You know what?
If you want to just send it to me on Discord, then I can put it in the chat.
Absolutely. Let's try that. Okay, so this will walk you through creating a Splinterlands account all the way to actually getting on Gateway and borrowing a deck.
Alrighty, that is posted in the chat. Oh, wow. Yeah, I probably could have just said that. how-to-create-your-splinterlands-account /
Yes, and this is on our site. This is on our site, guys, so you can check out our site. But ultimately, on our site, we have kind of that discovery page where people can learn how to play, you know, battle, etc. Kind of learn about the game, get exposed to the game.
Yeah, this is definitely awesome, and I can't wait to see, you know, how you guys grow and where we're going to be going from here, because as awesome as this tool already is, and like, how long have you been working on this project?
So we've been building Gateway for probably the last 5-ish months, and so I guess to kind of wax a little ideological again, here we're actually looking at making this game agnostic, guys. So this isn't just gonna be for Splinterlands, but we'll have a multiplicity of games on here, because the idea is that we want to make this the place where you can interact with your digital assets across a variety of games.
That's awesome, and I will definitely. This is Splinterlands TV, so we're gonna keep things Splinterlands related. But I will talk to you off of this stream regarding some of the other plans that are going on there.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I'm definitely stoked to go ahead and cancel some of these rental stuff, sending so much DEC, and get some cards that I noticed that you know, I've already got delegated over to myself that are part of this. I can send them back to my rentals account and start renting those out to get DEC coming in instead. Bit says, awesome, thanks. I'm gonna go get the wife liquored up and get her an account. Way to go, Bit. Way to go. Problem solved, right? My cards compare rentals. Is that will show us? And then, like, for me to look at these are going to be under delegated to me in my cards, right?
Correct, exactly.
And is that going to show rented as well? No, because we do have a Renova rented. No, we don't. What do we have rented? Oh man, I'm actually going to be able to rent out a Max Kitty now, because I'm going to save so much on renting everything else.
Get you a kitty. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I've been renting Kitty, but even though playing in Diamond is like, I can't afford her at max, so it's been like level 2 Kitty, and then I'm just, you know, suffering with all of my other cards that I'm renting at max not being max. So it's either been Kitty or Lux most of the time, because the only other summoner I had at level is Dallin. I built him for like $2 a BCX. I was like, he is so slept on, and he's the cheapest summoner, and I think he's actually amazing. So I built him, and then I've watched the price drop since then. So all good though. I'm happy to have him. Just like when I bought my, when Chaos Legion first came out, it was like, okay, there is one card above all else that I need, and it's Obsidian, and I need her in gold. And so I bought one for $80 the day that Chaos Legion dropped, knowing full well, like, she's gonna drop like a rock from this price. I don't care. I need this card for my deck. And, you know, I went from high bronze, low silver into, you know, gold 2, just on the strength of the green deck that I built around Obsidian. And so I'm still pretty happy with that decision, even though, you know, she did go down to $15, and I ended up selling, you know, whenever I switched everything over into SPS. Took a heavy loss on the card, but is like, she did exactly what I needed her to. She built me up a very strong deck, and we're good to go on that. Okay, so I got a 6 Tide Biter. Alright, and it is not showing up on the rented or delegated to me, right? Okay. Awesome. So now we know exactly how that works. So the delegated to me only shows the count that are actually delegated. It does not include rentals. Nice. Alrighty, chat. We have any other questions or comments for Tyler? We don't want to be monopolizing his time. Samwise wants to say hello.
Samwise, hello. All right. Hey, Rick, I seriously appreciate you having me on, man. It's been a pleasure. I'll let you get back to it, but appreciate you guys, chat. Thanks, everybody, for having me on. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you as well, sir. And you do the same. It was definitely a pleasure, and I look forward to chatting with you again in the future. And, yeah, super excited for this deck. Thank you so much. Alrighty. We are back. We are solo, and we are ready to rock! Yeah! I know, right? This is so huge. Melee Mayhem, heavy hitters, 54 mana, and we can kitty. Oh, I guess I should have gone and actually rented that max level kitty, because I'm not going to use kitty here when we've got all max level stuff. This is 2 Melee Mayhem in a row. That's pretty awesome as well. Grunt, where did you go? There you is. You go there. Disintegrator, you go there. And we've got 9 left. Sure, we'll go with a Legionnaire Alvar. You go there. And I'm a little bit worried about opportunity. It would suck if our Grog dies first. But the fact that we have some armor on him would help. Well, what do we got at 8? Because we could always swap out the Grog for healer. Sweet A Shaman, no. Elven Defender, absolutely not. Well, we could do Pelipor Mercenary. 7. Like that. Oh, well, we're running out of time. Send it. Oh, we don't have a stun. That's not good. Alright, we're through the thorns. That's good. Those retaliates are coming in handy, even with the only 1 damage. Yeah, I think we got this. I think if they do manage to start getting through, they're going to have some trouble with Kron. And trample. Beautiful. Beautiful. Man, I am stoked. I can't believe this. This deck is awesome. Now, we got 1 day, 13 hours left. Do we think we can actually push into champion? I know, right? Look at all that gold. It's beautiful. It's like my deck, only, you know, what it dreamed that it could be before it, you know, stopped existing. Alright, we got Lost Legendaries, Holy Protection, and 16 mana. Time to change things up on him a bit, I think. What do I have? Ooh, Angelic Mandarin with Triage and Silence. It's so pretty. The Flying Squid with no flying. That's always fun. Oh, that is kind of fun. Wait, how much HP do you have? Only 4. We do have armor. That makes it 5. maybe we actually go... Yeah, we'll go Lux here instead. Because that makes Chaos Agent 6 hit points. And he's got the armor, so we got a heal for 2. Plus we got the Flying Squid giving dodge. And what's his speed? 4, which becomes 5. I like gold. Well played, Bit. Well played. Do we think this is viable? Or do we just go Zenith Monk instead? Yeah, because we just get wrecked by magic there. I feel like Zenith Monk instead might be a better option. And then... Oh, no legendaries, so no Fiend. Oh no. No stuns. Stuns not good. Nope, we're dead. We are out. How am I guilty supposed to beat me like that? Alright, we are at 13 chests on the day. We're pretty much loving that as well. I know, right? You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Oh, whoa, wait, what? I knew this was coming, but I didn't know that we had it already. Like, y'all see that, right? We got no neutrals and we got up to 11, which also, I love that title. I love that. Thank you so much, creative team, whoever's idea that was. But this one goes up to 11. Well, why not make 10 louder? Because this one goes up to 11. Alright, now I really want my Mylor. Oh, I really want my Minotaur Warlord. Oh, wait, it wouldn't matter. What does Minotaur Warlord do? It has Magic Reflect and Return Fire. Okay, you know what? No. All of this cheap stuff is just no. Okay, we're putting Slip Spawn up front. We still want the Psychic. We definitely want Olaf Vampire. We want Kron in the back. We want Goblin Tower. And Sporcerer. Sporcerer or Hunter Jarks? No, let's go Suide. Because it's 99 mana, so they're probably bringing something big. Send it. Had to drive, and I only watch Disney movies when I drive. Ha! That might be the best line I've heard all day. And by best, I mean most ridiculous. So, interesting that when Bakjira gets resurrected, he comes back with 2 hit points because he has Strengthen. It doesn't, like, surprise me. I had never actually thought about that interaction before, but it's kind of cool, and it's good to know. And somebody's getting their face rolled, and, newsflash, it ain't Rick. Just wait, I've still got time before the stream ends. Alright, let me let the kitty out real quick. It's okay, buddy, go ahead. I didn't want y'all to have to listen to that whining anyways, or whining some more. No Rickroll? Not every day, then people would expect it. Alright, we got reverse speed, close range, and 34 mana. Plus, if I were to do that on this stream, it would get me in trouble. It would potentially be a copyright strike. And, yeah, it's just not worth it. You gotta be on my stream for that. Reverse speed, close range. Yeah, let's go Obsidian. Mycelic Infantry, Psychic, Queen Mycelia, Jimbilkia, Fungus Fiend, and Slip Spawn. Or, okay, I can still bring Kron if I drop Bilkia for... Oh, well, I mean, it's for a good reason. We can't have one person getting the whole channel in trouble and then ruining it for everybody. I mean, it's kind of important. Oh, that was a nasty dispel. Oh, the cripples are... Oof. That's rough. I think we might actually be in trouble here. That Kron might die. Oh, Mycelia with the triage. I forgot about that, but we're still taking cripples, and then there goes Mycelia. He does not have a res, though, so that's good. Miss. Oof, those cripples. Oh, Kron just died. That doesn't happen. That's not allowed. What are you doing? Yeah, I think we're boned here. I think we're going to lose 2 in a row. Yep, there is no way that this infantry gets through all of this. Nope, poison. Even if that bandit had missed, we were still done. Oh, well. Oh, it wasn't even 2 in a row. Win 3, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. That's not terrible. Considering that we're in Diamond 2 for the first time ever, we're definitely playing some people with higher power and more likely than not a little bit more experience than we have. Alright, equal opportunity, up close and personal, 27 mana. This is definitely a Lux situation, or do we want to go Kitty? Kitty only gives us 20 mana. But we could go with a bunch of small stuff and then Grunt. Don't hate that idea at all, actually. Ooh, instead of Grunt, we could actually go Vigilator here. I think that might even be better. And that allows us to... We got a 3... Then we can upgrade Hill Giant to Dampier Infiltrator. Make sure that we got things in the correct order. We got 2, 2, 2, 3, 7. 2, 2, 2, 3, 7. Send it. And at first glance, I probably shouldn't actually have gone Kitty here. That was kind of stupid, but I feel like we're not in bad shape. Oh, then again, we might have trouble getting through that infantry. Oh wait, we're not going to be attacking the infantry. Hurdy-dur, flirty-gurf. Oh yeah, we're solid. Yeah, Vigilator was beast mode right there. Oh, Flore would have also been really good. Do I have Flore? No, I don't think we have any Rift Watchers on this one, right? No, we have the cards that we rented. Alright, so that's... I mean, we will keep renting some Rift Watchers. Because what we've got is basically all Chaos Legion, right? We have the entire Chaos Legion maxed out, I believe is... regardless. And close that for now. Yeah, I got half an hour still, so what you got? that's not redeeming the points. Alright, so we're diamond, all cards. I was just messing with you, it's fine. Alrighty, accept. We got Noxious Fumes, Briar Patch, and 15 mana. Opponent's got 228,000 power and appears to enjoy the water deck. Looks like he's got a Billy. Water deck is fitting because that's the only thing that's available. We're going to go ahead and lock up this screen while we make our team. This is a tough one. There's so little mana. All right, my team is submitted. Soon as the battle is loaded, I will take down the blind. Alrighty, now let's take a look-see here. What do we think it looks like? Well, we got a Wave Runner, which is not going to attack until after the Torrent Fiend is dead. We got that. That heal is probably going to be our biggest problem. Yeah, I think we might lose just because of the Zenith Monk. I don't think anything else here is super problematic, although that Wave Runner is certainly gonna cause some damage before he goes down. The Bordis with the -1 magic, it does affect our Wavesmith, which is unfortunate. If we win here, it's because of the Thorns. And we did bring Amplify, so the Thorns is going to be significant. So I feel like this Bandit is actually going to die to our Fiend. They're going to trade. The Wave Runner is not going to get an attack the first round because he is fastest on the board, which means that his reach doesn't matter because he is second or third position. So he's going to go and do nothing. He's going to go and they're going to trade as long as he hits. But then again, he should not be able to miss. Oh, they're not going to trade. He's going to die to our Torrent Fiend and not kill him because he's going to have armor. And actually, your Wave Runner might go because these guys are all also going to be 4 speed. and they're going to go before him. So actually the Torrent Fiend will die. I guess we're just going to have to see how it goes, because I'm kind of uncertain at this point. Okay, no, I think we got this, actually. Yeah, those thorns were nasty. That did a lot of damage to you. Alright. And... yeah, that was a good game. I mean, you had me pretty worried there. I definitely was not, like, super confident going into that. You saw how much trouble I was having figuring it out, like, if it was going to work or not. Sure. What's good, After Sound? How are you doing today, my friend? Alright, we are... Is that gold or is that diamond? That is gold, because 8 common. See it. Alrighty, we got Super Sneak, Counterspell, 22 mana with Fire and Death only. Go ahead and throw up the blind. Yeah, this is actually not my normal time, although lately it kind of has been. I've been taking over for No Empathy a lot. He's been having some problems with making his streams and whatnot, which I'm super helpful to, you know, be able to fill in and help out. Unfortunately, I mean, I wish you had been here a little earlier. We had Tyler from NFTyArcade on, and he actually hooked us up with this amazing all gold, all max Chaos Legion deck for a little bit through the Nifty service. And at a great rate, too. He's only taken 10%. So, very, very stoked to not have to lay out so much DEC and rentals for a little while. We got Fire, Death only. Yeah, they are awesome. I was like totally like last minute too. I was talking to them. Like I sent them a... I found out that I was taking over the stream. It started at 6. I found out at 5:15. Like totally last minute spur of the moment type of thing. But yeah, it definitely worked out pretty well, and... Oh, good night. Oh, man. Oops. I forgot to turn off the blind, so I just watched that battle without y'all. Sorry. Here we go. Let's replay it. Exploding rats is so good when they get to attack and not be frontline. I mean, Grum didn't even do anything here except for soak. But it was enough. Good game, Brazen. Well, I mean, it is my birthday. If you redeem and it's a land and it's a mountain, or feel free to send me one. You know. Ha. Untouchable? Far from it. I'm still not a great player. I just have a much better deck, so the bad decisions that I make are not as damning anymore. Although, very excited to, you know, we got, even before we got the new deck, we got it up into Diamond 2. So, I mean, if not for the fact that my ECR is already down to 53%, I would feel like we had a pretty solid chance to push forward into Diamond, or into Champion this season. But I'm not even going to actually attempt that. Like, if we can finish Diamond 1, I'm going to be super stoked, because that means we'll start Gold 1 and be able to push into Diamond and actually earn Diamond chests for real next season. Because, I mean, 38, we'll probably finish with 40, 42, somewhere in that range. I mean, if we can hit 45, I'll be, like, dancing a jig. So we'll see where things actually go from here, but yeah, very stoked, and definitely gonna see what we can do next season. Like, if we can finish Diamond 1, start next season Gold 1, push hard out the gate, and just go, that would be awesome. I don't actually know. Would I... If I have the opportunity, would I want to push into Diamond? Gotcha. Where are you looking for? See, I don't own any land, so there is that. But, like, I wouldn't care where it is on the map. I would just want a mountain. So, like, yeah. And I know that even though you're gonna know where it is, you're not actually gonna know necessarily. Like, if you get one that the entire plot is taken up by a mountain, then I think you can be fairly certain that it's a mountain, right? LOP, that is... I honestly don't even know how to pull up the map of Pretoria. I know it's out there, but... No, not Pretoria. Yeah, that is not what I was looking for. I know I can get there via Discord. It might just take me a moment. Now, I'm excited for landowners. Like, I know y'all have been waiting for this for a long, long time. And I'm glad that it's, you know, coming out. Or at least something is coming out. Here we go. Open original. Lands of Prosperity? Okay. And where are they at right now? In terms of the claims. They said that it's not specifically by element, but then again, I mean, it certainly looks like it is. It absolutely looks like that would be life, that would be earth, that would be neutral, that would be dragon, that would be death, that would be fire, that would be water. Certainly looks like it by the way they're outlined, but I don't think so. I think that everything within each territory is going to be randomized. I think. Don't quote me on none of that, because... I mean, obviously, if there was a plot right here in the middle, that would obviously be a mountain, but of course, there isn't one, so... If it is, you want to be on Pristine Northwest, well, I think you might be too late for Pristine Northwest, right? I think that's already gone. I think right now we're probably somewhere in the Broken Lands, correct? I mean, again, I don't know anything for sure, but... All yours are in the Northwest that you redeemed today? And, like, where at? Do you... are you in, like... and these are tracts or regions by number? I think these are regions, right? So, are you in region 1, 2, 3? And how long ago did you redeem? Again, I've only been paying very, very loose attention to this because I don't actually own any land, so it's not even that I've actually been paying attention so much as, you know, I'm active in Splinterlands, and so, you know, things kind of come across my vision and whatnot, so. But yeah, congratulations to all of y'all that have land. Like, it's something that I actively decided a while ago that, well, as much as I would love to own land, it's kind of like GLX. It's just, there's so much stuff available, and I can't do all of it. There's things I gotta just decide no on. Because even the things I decide yes on, I can't do. Like Rooney, still don't have one of them. By the way, Aftersound, I know you've got your Holy Auto-Tuna, and that's yours, but what did you end up doing with your others? Do you have any extras still that you are considering renting out in the game or anything like that? Because I'm still after a long-term delegation Rooney. I definitely want to be able to play the card. What I think is territories will determine what element you have to stake on it, and the resource you will harvest is dependent upon the actual type of land. Oh, that makes sense. Like, obviously I can't say you're correct or you're incorrect, but that, I mean, it makes sense. It's a strong argument. Brazen Blake is, okay, Pristine Northwest, 009, 0800033. So 009 is going to be your region, and then 08 is going to be your tract, and then 033 is going to be your plot. That makes sense. They are concurrent. Nice. Okay, so you and is it so 033 through 043? Or is it 023 through 033? Not that that's actually relevant or means anything, because we don't, you know, have any view better than this yet. Or actually, you probably do, huh? Like, do you see the actual, like, picture on, or like, zoomed in of what each one is? Or do you just have the number and that's it? So you know it's this area, but you still don't see anything, because, I mean, we could zoom in ridiculously far, but it's still not giving you an actual breakdown. 30 to 40. Okay, gotcha. And do we think that, that most people are redeeming all at once, or splitting theirs up? Like Neil and Matt Clark. Actually, Matt, are you still here? I saw you were in the chat earlier. Are you going to claim your 2 castles together, or are you going to try and split them up, cover more of the map, or what's your plan? They are just like dog tags with the address and minimal information. That's what I expected. That's what I thought I had seen earlier on, like, on Holozor's stream last night. Sorry, yesterday morning, I guess. Because he was on After My Splinterlands TV. That's actually mine. Man, I am so excited about this deck, though. Oh, my word. Actually, yeah, we gotta... Yes, I'm clicking that. Please load it so that I can save it. My snipping tool might be broken. Come on, don't do this to me, man. There we go. Don't know why it didn't work the first time, but... Aston 13 and Gillith 12. Tract 8, plot 84. So there's actually a lot more land than I thought there was. Not gonna lie. Like, I was kind of surprised when I learned how big the map actually is. Like, with each one of these being a track, that's 20, 40, well, I guess, let's see, we can just look for the highest number here. 150 regions, and each region is 10 tracks, so that's 1,500 tracks. And then each track is 100, region is 10 tracks. Well, a region is 1,000 plots. So that's 150,000 plots. Yeah, that is way more land than I thought that we actually had. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna try and maybe find something on the secondary market in like Broken Lands 24 or 26, 27. Maybe Central Fire 83, 82. I mean, those seem like the mountain regions. Maybe Wild Northeast 98 and 99. Central Fire 70. What's good, Luthien? How are you doing today? We had Tyler from NFTyArcade on earlier, so you want to see something beautiful? Isn't it gorgeous? So we've been having some fun with that, and we've been talking about... I need sunglasses for all that gold, right? We've been talking about land and whatnot. I don't have any, but I mean, it is my birthday, so maybe somebody will be nice. But we actually we're thinking about hoping to, once things get claimed more, trying to find a common on the secondary market. And I know we don't know that yet until the surveying comes around, so it's going to be a little while to wait. But I just want a mountain. Like, maybe I can pick up a cheap common mountain plot just for a little bit. You know, maybe less than a hundo. Hopefully prices go down on the common ones. I don't know. I'm not holding out hope, but I'm not going to, just let it completely pass by and not even give it a thought either, so. But yeah, this map is definitely bigger than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think that we had 150,000 plots, but oh, have you claimed yours yet? Oh yeah, we got a minute and some change left. And Aftersound is coming up next, so make sure y'all stay tuned because he's awesome. By the way, Aftersound, I've got a song to share with you. I'll send it to you over Discord, actually. I just fixed it. I had found an error in it when I shared it here on Splinterlands TV not too long ago, but I had an idea. I want to kind of send it to you and Newen, and I mean, it's good, but it could definitely be spruced up. I am not a professional musician, anything like that, but I can actually share it. Well, no, I don't have time to play it, but yeah, as always, guys, I have been Rick. You've been on the mountain, and it has been a wonderful time. Thank you so much for joining, and of course, we do have Aftersound coming up next. Don't know what he is planning to share, but it is definitely going to be good, as always, and I will hopefully see y'all tonight on my own channel, starting in just about 4 hours. And in the meanwhile, may you win all of your games and keep kicking all of that butt, because you are awesome. Have a great night and enjoy the upcoming show from Aftersound.